What is going on, people? Welcome on in. If it walked like a duck, talked like a duck, quacked like a duck, whatever the hell that saying is, Seth, that is the Oregon Ducks, man. We got it right here for you guys. The 2026 Oregon Ducks football schedule predictions, team preview. Are they going to be a playoff team? And is there any way, Seth, they put a ring on that finger this season, man? Dan Lanning got the boys ready to go. It feels like they've been building this up here for years to lead up to this. Dante Moore returns at the quarterback position. So all kinds of fun stuff, guys. We're going to get into it here in just a second. First of all, appreciate you tapping in. If you're on YouTube, do us a favor. Click that subscribe button. If you're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, at Sports Forum CO, guys, go ahead and give us a follow as well. We appreciate you. Riggs Tamburo, Seth Douglas. We are running the duo today for you guys. So, Seth, the screen's greened out. We're ready to talk Oregon Ducks, my man. You wrote the article, sportsforummedia.com. People can go check that out right now. Give me your review, man. The way the season ended, obviously, it could have been a little bit better. They do lose in the Peach Bowl to Indiana 56-22. But obviously, as we all know, Indiana went on and did their thing. So not the worst thing ever, but 56 points allowed to Indiana was kind of crazy. Your thoughts on how it ended? And your initial feelings without giving too much away here. How are we feeling about 2026?
Well, my initial thought off of last year was just blown away after that, like you alluded to, in that 56 to, you said 21 loss?
56-22, yeah.
22, compared to when Oregon played Indiana earlier in last season's first game. And we thought that game was going to be a lot closer, a lot more compact and everything, but we see what happened to Indiana. But I don't know, this last year after taking that loss, I feel like that was probably the most humbling feeling that Oregon has ever felt in their life. Definitely Dan Lanning definitely had to go look in the mirror and figure out what went wrong and what he needed to correct. But oddly enough, I think we've seen this story play out where a team that's on the verge and on the come up and looking for them to break through, they have that humbling loss and they come back that next year and get it done. So I think we're on the precursor of seeing something like that with the Oregon Ducks this year.
You know, some people say I'm a little hard on Dante Moore, at least last year. And I got to be honest.
A little.
Do you think I was?
I think you were hard on every quarterback possible last year. But
but that's fair then. Then. I didn't single him out. I didn't say about him what I said about guys like Nussmeier,
true.
And Aller. Like those are the dudes that I was like, oh, they're such frauds. Like, stop. Dante to me was more, I haven't seen enough. It's like Bryce Underwood. Yeah. I just hadn't seen enough to be like, okay, let's stop putting this guy in this category type of thing, But they're coming back. It's college football. You and I talk about how important it is to come back consistently and play another year and play another year and play another year. College guys, every year, it's not like the NFL. Like if you're a 7-year vet or an 8-year vet, it doesn't really matter. But if you're a 1-year starter or a 2-year starter, that's a big difference. So Dante Moore, big expectations here, my man. We are going to get into the schedule preview. It's a good looking opener here for the boys that you guys see here really quick. Orange Bowl, they shut out Texas Tech 23-0. Then there's that Indiana loss for you, 56-22 in the Peach Bowl. But we're moving on through here to Boise State. This one going down at Oregon, September 5th, 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. Seth, I tell you what, man, not that Boise State should present any problems, but compared to a lot of the preseason week 1, week 0 big teams we've looked at, Boise State might be one of the tougher games that we've seen from those kind of like freebie week 1s. So how you feeling here? Is this a blowout or could this be a game?
I think this is actually going to be a game. I mean, despite I think there's been some turnover and some change in Boise State. Don't quote me on that, but I think either they're getting a new quarterback or a new head coach, one of the two. But I remember last year, that game was actually really, really good, and Boise State almost pulled off the upset. So you can never. I mean, we know Boise State from their long history of upsets and fantastic games, going all the way back to the Fiesta Bowl against Oklahoma with the Statue of Liberty, and we all know that story.
Yep.
But I think it's still going to be a win for Oregon. But this one is not something to scoff at, like you said, like with all the other Week 1 games that we've been talking about throughout the offseason so far. So I think this Ducks got to be ready for this one.
Ducks got to be ready, man. Boise's just one of those teams, and they've been one of those teams. You know, look at the conference they play in. Look what kind of guys they recruit. They're like the really disciplined, better San Jose State. Like they will run it up on you quick. If you
they're converting into the Pac-12. They're bringing the Pac-12 back with them. So granted, it's not going to be the same as the old Oregons and the old Washingtons and all them, but I mean, it's good to see that emblem, that symbol back in college football, because it just wasn't the same. You got Oregon State and Washington State just sitting by themselves for the past year, just not being able to do anything. But this game is going to be interesting to me. I'm
right there with you, man. But that said, guys, let's stop killing time here. This is a dub against Boise State. It might be a challenge for a first quarter. We might have ourselves a little 7-7 into the first quarter, and then this shit gets out of hand late in the game. Dan Lanning ain't letting this happen, y'all. So Oregon, Week 1 at Oregon. Then you just mentioned of September 12th, noon kickoff here at Oklahoma State. Look, man, I know Oklahoma State's doing what they can. They're trying to bring in new coaches, and they're trying to add coaches, I should say, to their current coaches that they have, trying to improve the quarterback position. But they've kind of, I don't want to say they've been a joke, but they've kind of been this it's Oklahoma State. Like, they're going to win one big game a year. They're probably going to lose 3 games they shouldn't, and they're going to be beyond average, mediocre. They're kind of known as one of those, they only beat bad teams. They don't win the big game. This is a big game, and I don't think that they beat Oregon. Quite frankly, I don't think they stay within 3 touchdowns of Oregon. I'm going to go Oregon somewhere in the realm of dropping a 41-ish piece here, and I will be surprised if Oklahoma State crack 20.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Well, I won't say I think this is going to be another game where be careful with taking the spread on whatever it comes out to be, because I don't think Dante Moore and the boys are going to be in there by the middle of the third quarter. We actually might see a Dylan Raiola sighting, which I'll talk about shortly in some of these other games. But I think. Well, I want to also add to your point. Last year they played Oklahoma State, and that was the beating of a lifetime. They got Oklahoma State out of there quick. But Mike Gundy is not there. Granted, he was a very good coach and longtime coach at Oklahoma State. But shout out to our boy Caleb, his man Drew Mestamaker. We were talking about him last year. He is there. He has touchdown in Stillwater, Oklahoma, along with some of those North Texas guys, and also the head coach that came from North Texas too. So I think they're going to have a lot of juice coming into this game, but I do think it is definitely going to be we're going to see the levels between these two teams. So give me Oregon for sure.
We are seeing an Oregon team that is going to be the most established, well put together Oregon team I think we've seen under Dan Lanning yet. And that's saying something, because they put out teams every year. Okay. They're never bad. They're never, Oregon sucks. Never. Okay. Yeah. This kind of started when the whole 2023 Colorado, Oregon fucking thing started, and that was kind of like, okay, Dan Lanning's kind of showing us, his boys put on for it. And then last year, everyone was convinced last year was the year. And I was like, Dante needs another year. And here we are. And like you just said, this is a team rebuilding kind of, and a team that is at their max peak. It's just a mismatch here, guys. So we're going to go with another Oregon win here. That is a win against Boise State, a win against Oklahoma State. We're not going to talk here about Portland State because we don't want to bore you guys. That's a dub, and it's not just a dub. That is an absolute ass whooping up there at Oregon, 10:30 p.m. Lord have mercy. Now that's 10:30 p.m. Eastern. So it's probably like what 8:30 or season time maybe 7:30 up there. So I don't know, but whatever. 3-0 for the Oregon Ducks here. Then they go to USC. Time TBD. The committee is praying to God. They are 3-0 versus 3-0. And they might make this a college noon kickoff game. I'm thinking it's more of a night game based on early in the season. They kind of lock in some of those early noon kickoffs. So we'll see what happens. But should be a primetime game here, my man, at USC, a team you and I talked about the other day. If you guys missed that show, it's on our YouTube. Go ahead and go check that one out. It was a fun show. We were as real as it gets with some of the people over there. So go check it out. But my man, in a massive game here, are you and I, spoiler alert, folks, Seth and I on that show took Oregon, okay, to upset USC, technically, when we were doing the USC show. Can you explain to the people why we're sticking with those picks?
It is just because I am not. We're both not sold on Lincoln Riley and what is at stake for that USC team this year. Like, this is a make or break. As much as it's, I wouldn't even say make or break for Oregon this year, but this is as much pressure that Oregon has to get it done this year. USC is probably max peak 10 times. Like, they need to have something to hang their hat on, and this would be the game that would give Lincoln Riley, I almost forgot his name for a hot second, how lame, how boring he is anyways, but
he'll be fired soon anyway.
Yeah, he's going to be gone anyway. But no, Lincoln Riley, this would be the game that he could potentially hang his hat on and save his USC coaching career if he could get it done. And
if he can get it done.
Yeah, if he can get it done. I don't think they will. But this would be they only have one more game that I think they could potentially lose, but this would be one I would be really circling on their calendar to see if they can get it done. But give me Oregon to win.
Interesting. You know, I think we talked about on the show the other day, there's so many factors here that do favor USC. They are getting them at USC. They are getting them early on in the year when, if you look at it, Oregon is home, then they're at Oklahoma State, then they're home again. It's 100% their first real road test, if we're being real here. So they're kind of catching them when you want. I think Oregon by the end of the year is fucking terrifying.
Yeah. And I was going to say, how much is really Dante Moore going to be playing in two of those last two games? Like, we're going to probably see Dylan. Like I said, Dylan.
He's trying to go Heisman.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Play a lot. He won't play 4 quarters, maybe, but he'll play 3 quarters. I think all of them.
All 3 quarters. I don't even think he'll make
Portland State. I mean, shit. Maybe they put in Raiola at halftime. Maybe. But he's playing minimum first half until they have a 3-touchdown lead. Plus, he ain't coming out of any of those games.
Gotcha. So, yeah, that's what I was thinking about too. I'm like, how much is really Dante Moore going to have some a rhythm in going into that game, because he probably won't play as much. A lot of factors, and on top of that,
to the returning quarterback, it comes back to that though. You know, like, he shouldn't need fucking 4 games to be back. Like, bro, that's half the year in college football.
Yeah, you know? I will also say too, Riggs, this is going to be where I'm going to be really looking at the new DC and the new OC for Oregon. Oregon lost their DC and former DC and OC to California and Kentucky, so they promoted within and got 2 new guys. Granted, they've been with the staff, like I said, but this is really where we're going to understand like how these guys actually call plays and get the team ready. So that's what I'm going to be really looking at when it comes to this matchup.
Well, man, I understand the argument here. I've seen a lot of people saying that this is the one. This is the USC's back game. But once again, guys, go check out the show. But Seth and I aren't convinced, man. We're just not convinced. I do want to pull this up here for 2 seconds as well. We got that depth chart for you guys. If they close all these stupid ass ads, what the hell just happened? Anyway, depth chart for you. We're going to look at the first 3 options on the offense here. Obviously, look at the quarterback position, Dante Moore. You mentioned Dylan Raiola, Brock Thomas. A lot of transfers you see on here. A lot of freshmen that you're seeing on here. There's quite a few dudes here. And, dude, my big thing is this. Crater, Rogers, Lelululu, Luli. Have you noticed something here, guys? They like a certain type of freaking dude protecting their dude. That's a badass motherfucking Samoan dude.
I just see a lot of red shirt seniors. I see a lot of dudes that have been in the program before or been in the program at this time and have seen the team just grow. So it's like that's definitely what I'm looking at as well. I'm like, these guys have been proven and tested, and I just think this team is going to be legit. Like, I think, what is it? They're 11th in the nation with returning production. So anytime you hear that, top 10 when it comes to players coming back, you already know that's the key to make a deep run in the playoff.
Well, guys, they are undefeated through the first 4 weeks here, and we are back for more. Next game here, we got UCLA UCLA, as some of you guys call it, at Oregon. Seth, I don't know if I'm ready to do this with you right now, but
I'm not going to say I'm not going to do it.
No, but look, you are convinced UCLA is a fucking problem and a team to watch out for.
Yes.
And like I've said, coaching wise, I understand that. They got themselves a name. Not year one. Not year one. They are too discombobulated. They got people coming from fucking everywhere. I think they really could build something really good. I think UCLA, like 3 years from now, is like back. But you also look at teams like USC, who just had the #1 recruiting class.
Yeah.
Bro, they're next door to you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're taking everybody. You're not back until you start taking them back. You know? Hey, you want to go over there and be a third string until your senior year? Go ahead. You can start here.
Mm-hmm.
Come on over. But that also comes with playing young dudes and kind of promising dudes time when maybe they shouldn't be out there playing against that third year, USC corner against that freshman UCLA top #1 recruiting class high school kid, like it's just levels to it. So that's my only thing. I'm not high on UCLA, but I said on the show the other day, I think this might be a via murder. I won't go that far on this one, but I do think Oregon really don't have any problem here, Seth. And it's at Oregon.
Yeah.
This should be.
Over.
Oh, that's cute. UCLA won 2 games. It's cute. Fuck out of here.
I feel it. I don't know. Like you said, I'm a little bit higher than most people are on UCLA right now. I will say Oregon, yes, they will win this game. But I don't know. I just think Nico Iamaleava, he's just gonna have one of those years where we're just gonna look up and be like, oh, he actually like cooked this year. So it's like, I don't know.
Money for the money that dude makes, he better.
Yeah, I mean, but I think
what'd he say? You're paying me 2.5. I think I'm worth 4.5. Oh shit! Now I got $1 million.
Yeah.
Oops. So
true.
Whatever.
But yeah,
$1 million was still too much last year, by the way.
Amen. I'm just saying, I think he will have a good year. I think UCLA will shock and turn some heads this year, but I don't think they will beat Oregon. So give me Oregon.
Okay. Yeah, guys, we won't keep going on UCLA. We got that show coming up. I can't wait. Anyway, Nebraska at Oregon. Now, you just mentioned Dylan Raiola, no longer the dude out there in Nebraska. If you guys know me, if you watch these shows, I'm not a Matt Rule guy. Can't fucking stand him. Can't believe he still keeps getting more contracts. I don't know what it is, but they keep paying him to be beyond mediocre. So I don't know. And he just lost Dylan Raiola, which, if we're being real, Seth, was kind of like the draw.
Yeah.
He was kind of like the reason you even cared to watch a Nebraska game, because you wanted to tap in and see how Raiola's doing. That's just what it was. It was the
Right.
Mahomes thing and people, trolling him. And like,
Mhm.
it was all that. That brought Nebraska the attention. They couldn't even hang on to that guy, bro.
Yeah.
He was their gem. They paid him all this money. He said, I'd rather go be a backup for Dan Lanning than play for Matt Rhule.
And his family is royal, like almost damn near royalty at Nebraska. Like his uncle's I think the offensive line coach or some type of D line coach, either D line or offensive line. And his father used to play there too. So if you're losing one of the like pillars of the Cornhusker name, I'm like, I don't know what you can say about that. But to be fair, it's hard to get people to come to Nebraska. So I mean, they just didn't have the people. They just didn't have the pieces.
I guess, bro. I guess. First off, fantastic move by Dylan Raiola, by the way. To make a name for yourself and then get the fuck out. And go be with a team that's probably going to be a national champion, if not compete for it this year, and could just win it again next year. When you're the guy, it's just a genius move. He did it at his peak. He did it while he was young, while he still had time to sit back and watch Dante and learn things. It's just such an opportunity. I was never high on Dylan Raiola. I didn't think he was that good. But I'll tell you what, I have a feeling. What's that going to be? 2026, 7, 28 draft? Raiola comes out? Probably.
Well, he's a redshirt junior now.
So if he sits now, though, 2027 draft next year would be more.
Right.
Then he'd get his year. So probably 28, right?
Yeah, 28.
Unless, he finagles this stupid ass system where they, another year and another year. And whatever.
Well, I think he can only get 5 years, so he could play next. He can play next year. Yeah, he can play.
And then they approve another one.
Yeah, and then
you break your leg.
2029 NFL draft, but I don't think he'll wait that long. Yeah,
I didn't think he was going to be an NFL guy, but he's lining up pretty well to be one now that he's making these moves. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, it is a loss against Nebraska. Oregon undefeated up to this point here, but you got an interesting test here on the road. October 24th, you go to Illinois. So some of you guys say Illinois, which kills me. But anyway, at Illinois, man, this could be a game here. Illinois are kind of like Syracuse, not just because they're both orange. All right.
Yeah.
They have this upset factor. They have this home field factor that I think really does play in. A lot of big teams go there. They sometimes struggle, especially early on in those games. I don't think they're going to outplay Oregon for 4 quarters, but could this be any type of fear at halftime for Oregon bettors?
It could be. I just don't know what they're going to get at the quarterback position. That is my main question for Illinois this year. They don't have Luke Altmaier, who was a really good quarterback for them. He was a really good system guy for them. I think he's probably one of the leaders in passing yards in Illinois and all that good stuff. But yeah, he was a keystone piece for Illinois last year. So I don't know what we're going to get from that offense. I know they're going to be a tough, gritty team that can run the football. Brent Bielema is always known for that from his days at Wisconsin and Arkansas. So I think it's going to be a tough fought game, but give me Oregon. But it's closer than what people expect, though.
Yeah, I'm going to go something weird. I'm going like Illinois up 14-7. People go, what the hell? The hell's happening here? And then all of a sudden, Oregon's up 7 at halftime. People think it's a game, but you've seen the best of Illinois at that point. It's all but over. Oregon comes out and kicks their ass. The other thing with Oregon this year is they're going to be one of those teams that if you catch them early in a game, it doesn't fucking matter. I think they're going to be one of those teams, bro. Like if they're down 2 touchdowns at halftime against Nebraska and everyone's like, oh, bro, live bet money line. Give me fucking Oregon. You're tripping. The defense can shut out every team on this board could get shut out in a half. Every single, even USC, every
Yeah.
one of them could get shut out in a half, in my opinion. And additionally, they can run up touchdowns on every single one of them, bro. Like, they're never out of these games at all. Now, there's a couple here at the end of the schedule that could be a little tougher, colder, fine. But so far, it does not matter. So another win, Oregon undefeated up to this point. We're going to skip through this. It's getting spooky on Halloween, but Halloween's at Oregon, even though people are going to be in costumes, probably leaving at halftime to go get drunk and do whatever. That's because it's going to be 35-0, and they're ready to go party, Seth, because Northwestern ain't doing nothing here. Some people want to hype up Northwestern. Shout out to the colors behind me. People want to hype up Northwestern a little bit. Come on, bro.
Hey, the fighting RJ Days. RJ Day, son of Ryan Day, made a little TikTok reel, Instagram reel. Go check that out. But hey, it's Halloween, like you said. Anything is possible.
Anything
is possible on Halloween. We have seen countless times. Like you said, it gets spooky, and next thing you know, we look up Northwestern is leading in the third quarter or something. Exactly. So, but no, I do think, again, Oregon is going to definitely win this game, but I won't say blowout. I'll say at least 2 touchdowns and a field goal win.
Okay. That's fair. I just think it's 2 touchdowns and a field goal by halftime.
Fair.
And then they just beat the shit out of them. I mean, I think it's a 35-point win. I think they kicked the crap. I think we're looking at like a 48-10.
48-10. I'm not mad at that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, unless they're just trying to run the clock out, which they very well could be. But like, fine, call it 38-10. Like
yeah.
Either way, I think this.
I will bet that 38-10. I will definitely put money on that.
38-10, bro. They'll take an early field goal, and then after that, they're only going to score touchdowns if they're for Northwestern. So,
yeah.
Whatever. Unless they're just like, bro, we just got to get to 12. 4 field goals. Right. Come on. Double digits. Like.
Save my pride.
Yeah. So, anyway, all right, guys. Another dub. The boys have not lost yet, but the big test is right around the corner. November 7th. Going on the road at Ohio State. Julian Sayin takes on Dante Moore. The big one. Undefeated versus what could be undefeated. This could be the game of the year at this point in the season. Going to be in prime time, whether it's noon or 6:30 p.m. It's going to be in prime time.
Yeah.
Seth, you're a Michigan guy. I need you to let it go. All right? Is walking into Ohio State the place that they finally get caught?
Well, we've been making a very strong case. Like they could be an undefeated team this year. Honestly, this team could win all 12 games and make a really deep playoff run, which we'll get into a little bit later. But it pains me. It pains me to say that is. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they get one loss, and unfortunately, it is. And I want to add, Riggs. I believe the odds for this game, spread wise, that all this is going to change once the season starts. But spread.
Hang on. Can I guess?
Go ahead.
If this is real, I'm betting it right now on the other side. Tell me, Seth, that they are not laying more than 3 points on Ohio State. Tell me it's not like Ohio State minus 3.5.
Nope. It's actually Ohio State minus 6.
Get the out of here, bro.
Minus 6.
There's no way, bro.
Yep. I meant to also tell you the spreads for USC as well. Do you want to hear that real quick?
Hang on. First of all, that +6 is the lock of the fucking year.
Right.
Okay. I don't even need to look at it anymore. Guys, first of all, I don't want to cut you off. And I would love to hear that USC thing. But Oregon win this fucking football game. Let's just start there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to give me 6? You think Julian Sayin is going to run Dante Moore out the building? I don't even like Dante Moore. Give me Dante Moore. You got to be shitting. bro, that's disrespectful. And I know Dan Lanning. I know he's in Oregon, bro. He be looking at them odds, bro. He knows what's up, bro. All right. He's gonna be like, y'all, they think you're a touchdown worse than these clowns, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nah. I'm sorry. Anyway, +6 people, if you have that available, you might not want to wait that long, but it's fucking worth it. Because when this rolls around, if they are more than a 2.5 point dog, I will be absolutely shocked.
Yeah. As of right now, because I'm looking on ESPN, they're partners with DraftKings. Shout out to them. Yeah. But yes, they are 6-point underdogs to Ohio State. USC, it is -5.5 spread on for Oregon. Then they have the Boise State spread, which is -24.5. Portland State -19.5. And then
Nebraska. So they're saying Boise got less of a chance than Portland State.
Yeah.
Which is I ain't even gonna lie, Seth. I said in that game, I said what? I said 3 touchdowns. Portland State. I'd lay 19.5. Or is that what it was? 19. I'd lay that.
Yeah.
20? When that rolls around, that's 23.5 minimum. Not
mad at it. And then lastly, for the last games that we've been talking about, Nebraska -21.5. Oregon.
Pay Matt Rule more money. Idiots.
But to get back on track, though, it pains me. Yes, it truly does pain me to say Ohio State is going to get the dub against Oregon. But I am also very high on – yes, go ahead.
You've been very hard on Ohio State.
Yes.
You've said that this is the year that their wide receiver room's looking weak. This is the year that they look very vulnerable. You're not sold yet on Sayin. I'm surprised. You're very high on Oregon. I knew against Michigan, you'll be like, give me Michigan. Fuck them. Fine. But in this game, like legitimately, I just think the better team, other than it's at Ohio State, if that's the factor, fine. But like, there's just a better team on paper at Oregon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I think where I think a lot of the talking heads are going to get down to when this game rolls around is going to be the experience of Ohio State when it comes to the coaching staff. They love to talk about how great Matt Patricia was. Oh my goodness. Bullshit. I don't believe one fucking excuse my language. I don't give any fucks about Matt Patricia and what the hell he did last year. Because one, you had Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, and pretty much a plethora of talented pre-cooked up dudes already. All Matt Patricia had to do was call the right play and let them just be athletes.
Which he's so good at.
Exactly, period. I don't want to hear – I hate when Ohio State fans talk to me about we got all this head coach or NFL experience. No, forget all that. And now you're telling me they're going to hype up Arthur Smith. And we
Arthur Smith from the top ropes.
Exactly. Me and you both know, Riggs, from being Steelers fans. This shit is no.
Get him out.
So
anyway, everything you're saying, bro. Why are you taking Ohio State? I don't get it.
But the experience. That's what I was saying. The experience. I don't know how the two new coordinators for Oregon is going to handle this pressure. That's just where I lean to. That is probably the only thing I can come up with and say I can give Ohio State the nod and be like, hey, they have the more experienced coaching staff when it comes to getting everybody in the right order or right position and everything. So I think it's way closer. I think we're going to get the remnants of that. I think, what was that, 2 years ago? Was that 2 years? Yeah, 2 years ago when Ohio State went to Oregon and Will Howard forgot how much time was on the clock. I think it's going to be that kind of game, and it comes down to maybe 1 or 2 points. Like you said, the spread is definitely going to come down a lot more.
Crazy.
So,
6 points.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, listen to Riggs. Definitely put that in. I probably will before this game rolls around.
Bring the sprinkle back.
But
You already know.
yeah, I think they'll get their revenge and sneak out a crazy 1 or 2 point win against Oregon at home. So
It's fair. It's a good point. I think the Will Howard game, by the way, one of the best football games ever.
That was good.
Incredible. And respectfully, Ohio State probably should have won that game.
They should.
But I feel you. I'm taking the 6 points here with the Oregon Ducks, man, and I am absolutely slamming Oregon money line. I think the undefeated season stays alive here in this one. I get it. I get that the sports books and ESPN and everyone's making them a 6-point dog on the road. I don't get it. Dante Moore is a better quarterback than Sayin. That's big coming from me, folks. I'm not a Dante Moore praiser. Okay, so I like Dante more than Sayin. I like the wide receiver room better at Oregon. I like the running back room. I won't say more than Ohio State because that's probably pushing it a little too far. But they're not bad either, bro. And defensively, Ohio State's great, man, but I like Oregon, I think. Mm-hmm. And on the lines, I like Oregon. Like, I don't know. It's really tight. Yeah, it's at Ohio State, but at this point, it's later in the year. You're playing for a lot more. Going on the road shouldn't be bothering you as much. It just feels to me like I'm getting a steal here. You know?
So, okay. Now,
at Oregon, I'm slamming them. So I'm not going to just not take them because they went to Ohio State.
So which game is more of a loss? Is it the USC game or is it the Ohio State? This one? Okay.
I don't think they lose to USC.
It's either USC or USC or Ohio State that they lose to this year. That's how I see it.
Interesting. I disagree.
Really?
Disagree.
Okay.
I got more coming for you.
Gotcha.
But I will say this is the most likely one. Okay. I just can't get over the fact that you got to keep in mind, I think like a sports better. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at value. I'm looking at Oregon and I'm like, hey, 6 points plus money. You got to be shitting me, you know? Immediately I like that. But second of all, I'm just really that high on Oregon. I really, when I go game by game and I just lens it right here, I don't see a loss.
I'm not mad at it because I can definitely get on that train with you when it comes to like, I can't really see a loss, but if I had to give them a loss, it's only with 2 games and really only 1 game because of Ohio State, just off of, you know, their prestigiousness and how well they always come out and play. So,
Seth, you want to know who I think gives them a run for their money?
Who?
The boys in Michigan. Next week.
Smoking.
This game is at Oregon. This has insanity the week before and a slip up written all over it. All right.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not high on your boys, and you know that. Okay. However, I like pieces of that team a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that team gets better as the year goes on. They would have if they caught Michigan week 3, they kicked the shit out of them. But I think Michigan's going to get better. Michigan is a cold weather team. They're going to do better later in the year anyway. Yeah, it's an Oregon, whatever. But is there a person in the world that's not taking Oregon in this game? Like I said, I'm a sports bettor. I'm looking for the spot no one fucking likes. No one likes Michigan here. It's a good spot. And to be fair, Bryce Underwood could give them a problem.
He could. Depending on what
he's Dante Moore. He's a little shittier Dante Moore. Like, let's just call it what it is.
And funny enough, they're both,
by the way.
Yeah. Funny enough, they're both from Detroit. They're both from Michigan, and they're both number 1 players or they were both the number 1 players in their recruiting class in the state at their time. So, I mean,
and Dante's a little better, but I'm just saying. This could turn into a shootout before you fucking know it. It's probably not because of the defenses in this game, but it doesn't take away the fact that there is big playability on both sides here. And if you have big playability in a defensive game, bro, you're talking 3 plays is the game.
Right.
3. Right. You know, someone's going to have a couple things, 1 fumble recovery touchdown, 1 pick six, and all of a fucking sudden, It's 17-10. No one can score. There's 8
Mhm.
minutes left. You got to make 3 defensive stands, bro. Michigan can, bro.
Yeah, they can.
I'm not saying Michigan's going to win this game. Don't get it twisted. I'm just saying I think this is a much scarier game than people want to make it out to be.
Now, I will add the spread for that one is minus or 13.5 Oregon.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
That sounds right.
Okay. Granted, it pains me to say
and
this.
Everyone's going to lay 13.5, by the way. And I'm not.
Hey,
Give me 2 touchdowns.
I'm keeping mental notes, Riggs. I got you on some of these games. I'm definitely going to cook up a parlay.
Additionally, every favorite's going to get bigger, other than the bad dogs. Like, there's no way Oregon goes to 7. That is the stupidest fucking line I've ever heard in my life in the Ohio State game. That game's going to be 3 by kickoff or fucking even. Okay. But like 13.5, bro, this is going to be minimum 14.5. This is probably a 16.5 game. They're going to say, hey, are they going to win by 17 or not? They ain't giving you 2 touchdowns, bro. No way. So give me 2 touchdowns. Thank you very much. I will take it. Anyway, as a Michigan guy, do you really not think Michigan has a shot to take down the Ducks here? Not even a shot. Compete with them.
They can compete. Just off pure talent, I think the rosters are, I won't say comparable, because I think Oregon's roster is just, they're here. Like we said, this is the year. They have all the pieces that they need to do what they need to do. But again, Michigan is no slouch. We get talent. We bring in talent every year. I know how people love to say we don't bring in the 5 stars and all that other bullshit and look at all the recruiting rankings, but we get talent. We know how to develop. We're development you. Yes, I said it to my Ohio State fans.
Development you. That's crazy.
You. That is a fact.
Okay.
No, I just think that in year 1 of Kyle Whittingham, and I know this is not the Michigan show. We already had that. Go check that out as well. I just think Kyle Whittingham maybe he's still fine tuning. So this team is not where it needs to be yet. But I agree, we'll give them a game. But I still have Oregon winning this one.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Going to be a game. Could be a sleeper spot. Could be a undefeated. Got to go back home, kick the shit in Michigan now, and all of a sudden people are like, "Uh-oh." Yeah. I'm just saying. You know,
I agree. I like that.
Anyway, you still have 1 loss here against Ohio State. I have them undefeated coming into the last couple of games of the year here. Oregon at Michigan State. Now, pay attention, folks. There is, of all the games on here, this one has a time on it. This is an 8 p.m., November 20th, locked in primetime. Seth's already shaking his head. Michigan fan. Fuck him. Anyway, look,
we shouldn't even talk about
Michigan State. At Michigan State, Seth, they put it in primetime, bro. Not me. Hang on. Shout out to the kids. Look. I feel like.
Don't even fix your mouth to say. Don't even fix your mouth to say anything crazy. This is a dub. They are getting their ass beat. Like, this is BTA at its finest.
The fact that I couldn't say this could be a game. I gotta fucking stop. All right, I'm sorry. Guys, I was gonna go for it. I was gonna try. I love my Sparty boys. It is crazy they got Michigan State back to back. That is kind of interesting, by the way.
And they probably get to stay in Michigan. They don't got to travel back home. They probably get to stay out there for a little bit.
Nah, they're college kids. They're fucking going back. they're gonna go to their 2 classes and get back out of there.
Yeah.
Look. Could this be a game? No. And I know you want to say no. I know you want to say no, but like, do you think Michigan State has like any chance of being decent? I know their win total is like 2.5, which, to be fair, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I see 4 wins on their schedule, personally, at least. I'm not saying this is a game. This should not be a game. I'm just saying it's in primetime, Seth.
Rick, they are about to throw everything out the window. Like, we're about to see trick plays upon trick plays upon trick plays in this game. Like, this is going to be one of those games where we think we're watching like a Madden stream, and dudes are just chucking Hail Marys just to get a first down.
Bro.
This is not a game, bro. I'm sorry.
I love you, Sparty. This is not gonna go well. All right, man. A win against Michigan State. Yeah, like Seth said, guys, this is one of those 21-0 end of the first quarter. I've seen enough. I'm gonna go watch Netflix. Exactly. You know, it's one of those. So, all right.
I will give you this though, Riggs, real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I'm thinking this might be a Friday game, and you know, Friday games, if November 20th actually falls on a Friday, don't quote me. I'm not looking at a calendar right now. But if this is like a Friday game and it's prime time, you know, start of the college football week, maybe
it is a Friday game.
I make a very emphasis point on maybe this could be something. Like there could be a quick spark.
I'll tell you, bro. Like, if at any point it's like 7-7, I will feel accomplished. I'll feel accomplished. I'll be like, all right, yeah, we hung with them. We hung with them for 4 minutes.
There you go. That's it. That's it.
Yes, it is a Friday game. It is 8 p.m. prime time. So, hey, we'll see what happens. But, guys, anyway, okay, I'm done. Jokes aside, this is an ass whooping, okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, moving forward here, one more game. I got them undefeated. You got one loss. Let's see how this finishes out here. Washington on November 28th, which I don't believe is Thanksgiving. No, that is Saturday after Thanksgiving. Washington at Oregon. Opportunity, at least from my side, to spoil the undefeated season. Some people like this Washington team. They had to rebuild a little bit after the Penix era, kind of weaseled out there, but this could be a scary game here. How scale of 1 to 10? Could it be a loss?
I give it like a 6.5. So
they could catch him.
It's possible, very possible. I like Damon Williams at Washington, the quarterback for Washington. Also, someone. Granted, we didn't even talk about how I think Dante Moore could be like you. I think you said it earlier. He definitely Heisman watch for Dante Moore this year. Damon Williams is definitely a dark horse, like a deep cut when it comes to the Heisman race this year as well.
Save your money. We got starving kids in Africa. Save your money.
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know his odds, but I'm just saying he's one of those playmaker guys that can do a lot. I mean, we seen case in point a couple years ago, and I think it was the Sun Bowl when he went for like five or six total touchdowns, crazy stat line. He's got it in him. But I've heard a lot of talking heads, a lot of college football guys talk about the miscommunication of how Damon Williams was trying to exit Washington, but he wasn't allowed because of his NIL deal, and he had to come back to the school. So I put it at a 6.5 just because where is the team's mindset? Granted, I don't know. Their schedule might be a little bit harder, but how much does that trickle down through the year? And, like, how much does he really want to be there and all that good stuff? So, yeah, that's where I base that off of.
My thing is, at least now we haven't done the Washington show yet, so I'm not going to put anything out there, but I have viewed their schedule. They're not competing for a playoff spot at this point in the year. And Oregon is potentially, according to me, competing for the number 1 spot.
Yeah.
Because, by the way, all you fucking Texas is going undefeated, dumbasses, you're wrong. Okay. Yeah. Texas will not be number 1 unless Ohio State beats Oregon, which I don't have them doing so. And I see another loss on Ohio State's schedule, but whatever. Talk about that another day. Yeah. I think the number 1 team is Oregon. At the end of the year, I think they go in the 1. Personally. So for me, 1, it is a 1, or it's a win here. First of all, it's undefeated season. But secondly, I just feel like this is a completely motivated Oregon team. And God forbid they do have 1 loss to Ohio State, right? Or even worse, they have 2 losses somehow. It's a must-win game. No matter how you cut the cake, it's must win, and Washington doesn't give a shit at this point. Play spoiler. I don't think there's enough there for the motivation to play spoiler. This ain't Browns at Steelers, all right? This ain't we suck, but let's go ruin it for them. I don't think Washington even feels they're just going to get the shit beat out of them. So whatever. Anyway,
I was going to say the spread.
Season. Yeah,
undefeated season. I was going to say quick thing.
Spread's going to be. I mean, these spreads have surprised the shit out of me, but 17.5.
15.5.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Okay. Fair enough. Undefeated for me, 12-0, 11-1 for you, Mr. Douglas. Now, I must ask you, my brother. I don't have to really answer the first part of the question. Playoff berth.
Obviously.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I put Super Bowl contender. I'm a dumbass. I've been doing too many NFL shows. National championship berth. Let's start there. Does it happen?
Yes.
Who do you believe they will be playing? If you could throw out two other team names that could be there. I know it's off top, so bear with me.
That is hard because
first one that comes to mind. Go. Bang.
For some reason, I want to say Texas.
Okay.
But my second option, who am I not thinking of right now?
I mean, you had Ohio State beating them. Are they there?
Texas?
No, you had Ohio State beating Oregon already.
Yes, but no, I don't think Ohio State is. They're gonna hit another Miami type of game.
Indiana.
I don't know. I think that was a flash. I won't say a flash in the pan, but that was a nice little firework.
Okay. I'm really looking forward to the Indiana show. Guys, Indiana show is coming up not next week, the week after that. Next week's fantastic shows, by the way. Tap in. But the Indiana show is going to be a fucking banger because I think me, you, and Greg are going to do that show because you and Greg both had a take on Indiana, and I have to address it. So I need that show to come around. Okay, who you think? Bama, Georgia. Didn't talk about them at all.
I like that. I like Georgia.
Okay.
I like that one.
Interesting.
Because Georgia, funny enough, people are not talking about Georgia, and I think we talked
never
about
do.
Yeah, I think we talked about this off air one day. It's like when people don't talk about Georgia, that is when they are the scariest to play. Like no one says anything. Everybody forgets they even exist, and then Kirby Smart is just like, I'm still here. So
who's that bet?
Yeah.
Bro. I feel like bro, I don't think Texas is there. And I know that's like such a bold take because they're so loaded and they're coming in number one and they have Arch Manning. And first of all, I see 2 losses on their regular season schedule off rip.
Yeah,
off rip. I think they come in. Now, the committee is the fucking committee, right? And they might give them like the 4 spot with 2 losses, which would be horrific. Okay. But it could happen. If they come in like the 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, they ain't making it to the championship. They are so exposable. If you look at their team, they are exposable. If you have the sauce, you need the size to beat them. You got to shut down their run game with your D-line. Oregon can do so. And you got to be able to beat them over the top because they are very disciplined. They are very aggressive. They jump routes. They do things like that. They don't have to meet them in the regular season. I think if Oregon finds Texas, they fucking beat them. And you know what's crazy? I think they beat them bad.
Can I
think Miami, 2 touchdowns.
Miami in the national championship this year?
I'm not there.
Okay.
I'm not there. I think their little Cinderella run was cute, but let's not forget they went in the 10 seed. They had a couple things really go their way. Carson Beck was actually playing the best football any of us had ever seen him play. Their run game was fantastic. Their line is good. They reloaded well. Look, are they going to be a playoff team? I think so. but I don't think they're in the Natty. I don't think they're
Okay.
good enough. It was funny. I don't think Indiana, I want to say no to Indiana too, like you did, but Signetti, I mean, who am I to be like, nah, they ain't gonna be there. You know?
Because I can't throw, because we're also, and I know we're going on that tangent real quick, but
yeah, we got to go.
I know people are going to throw out Notre Dame, but they're not going to be tested, in my opinion.
Nah.
They're not going to be tested at all. They only have 2 games, maybe 3, but really 2 games that I'm looking at. They play BYU and they play Miami. And after that, they should be like blowout favorites in every single game that they play this year. And I just don't when it comes to that kind of stuff, I feel like you need more battle-tested games to get you to where you need to be at when you start playing in the playoffs. So I can't throw Notre Dame in there to be the next opponent. So that's where I get I have to think a little bit.
Look, Notre Dame's going 10-2 minimum, right?
Shoot, their over-under is 11 and a half.
And it should be because they should lose one of those big ones and they arguably could win one of those big ones as well. It's like when they played Miami. Like, they're one of those. It's like last year. What was it when they started 0-2 and you and the whole world fucking wanted to ring them out? And I was like, bro, they're playing good football, bro. Like, here's the thing. I would much rather easily put in a 10-2, God forbid 9-3 if their schedule was sick. Like, I wish Notre Dame would just play everybody, fucking everybody. Like, I wish they would just load it. And then if they lose 3, give them the last spot.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
I would respect that.
If they lose a couple field goal games, yeah, whatever. Who cares? You know, It's the fact that they play nobody and then they lose the big game and then they get in. That we're all just like, what? Yeah. Like, that's so stupid. And either way, like you said, it doesn't matter, bro. Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Texas, actually maybe not Texas. Texas is a bad matchup for Notre Dame. But anyway, they all beat the shit out of Notre Dame. So I don't think it matters. But anyway, guys, the point is, if you can't see where this wagon is circling, Seth, is Oregon the national champion in 2026?
I believe so. I believe the Big Ten gets their 4th national champion in 4 years. The run continues. F the SEC. I mean that. And it's just a party in the Big Ten country. That's all I gotta say. Damn.
Well, guys, first of all, if you guys want any more information, if you tapped in late, anything like that, check out Seth's article, sportsforummedia.com. Got that one up for you guys. Oregon Ducks football 2026 schedule predictions and futures bets. We have been doing every single team in the top 25 so far, guys, for college football, and all 32 NFL teams. Now, we're not done yet. We're about 60% through everything. So go check them out. Tons of stuff up for you. Tons of shows on our YouTube channel at The Sports Forum. It's the one different at than that one. That's our other YouTube channel. And Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, give us a follow. But at The Sports Forum, guys, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you. And go check out the other shows, man. If you guys just want to know what we picked, fast forward to the last 10 minutes and see all our futures bets, our win total over-unders, et cetera, et cetera. Seth, I'm assuming Oregon's win total is 10.5 on the year.
So. Yeah, I think so.
Sounds right. Yeah. Over. They're winning 11 games. I have them at 12-0. Seth has them 11-1. So I think 11 is a good bet. God forbid it falls to 10. Bet it hard. Hard 10. Perfect. They lose more than 2 games. Y'all can have my arm. Whatever. There's just no way. They could lose 2, but there's no way they lose more than 2. So
yeah, facts.
We'll see what happens. But my man, any last words here? We got 30 seconds left.
Also, they're also going to win the Big Ten this year. So that's my last party.
Yeah. Easy. Shoo-in. All right, guys. Tomorrow, we got another banger for you guys on the board. What we got coming up here? Sorry, no show tomorrow. We are skipping Friday because we're doing a Saturday UFC show for you. McGregor Holloway is going down. You already know we had to do a UFC show. So taking a little snippet break from the football shows. Football is back on Monday. Saturday live show. We'll have the time for you on YouTube and Instagram. Make sure to tap into that, guys. But until next time, Seth Douglas at S&D Sports Media, myself at Rick Sports Talk, at Sports Forum CO, and one more time, website, sportsforummedia.com. Guys, go check it out. My man, good doing business with you. Walk like a duck, look like a duck, quack like a duck. Is a duck, man. We up out of here, guys. Good luck.